we introduce the newest Memphis Grizzly, Ziaire Williams. I'm Pete Pranica, TV voice of the Memphis Grizzlies, and we want to welcome the media that are assembled here. We also want to welcome Grizzlies fans watching near and far on Grizzlies.com, BallySports.com, and also on the Bally Sports app. As many of you know, last night, the Grizzlies agreed in principle to obtain the number 10 pick in the NBA draft, which they exercised to pick Ziaire Williams to be one of the new Memphis Grizzlies. And they also executed in principle an agreement to obtain the 30th overall pick in the NBA draft. Santi Aldama was the pick at number 30. Santi is at home in Spain. He played his collegiate basketball at Loyola of Maryland. Because of the way the agreements are done in principle, if you want to ask about Ziaire, if you want to ask about Santi, you're able to do that. The rest of the transactions that would be agreed in principle are not fair game for questions this afternoon. So I just wanted to point that out to you. Joining me today on the dais, the head coach of our Memphis Grizzlies, Taylor Jenkins, Ziaire Williams, and our general manager, Zach. You have done an amazing job, and we really, really appreciate all that you have done for the Grizzlies this season. I also want to point out that Ziaire's parents, Marquita and Ziaire, are here in the front row. I also want to point out that both of them have served our country in the military, and so we thank you for your service. Ziaire is a member of the United States Marines, and Marquita as a member of the United States Air Force. So we are thrilled to have you here in Memphis. And Ziaire, I mentioned it when you walked in here. Brevin Knight can't be here today, but he is thrilled to have another member of the Memphis they have a Memphis Grizzly who is also a member of the Stanford Cardinal. Some highlights about Ziaire: top 10 finalist for the Julius Erving Small Forward of the Year as a freshman at Stanford. He was also just the second Stanford Cardinal to record a triple-double. Brooke Lopez is the other one. Scored 19 points against Alabama in the Maui Invitational. It was the highest output in a Cardinal debut since 1977. And Ziaire, on behalf of all of us, on behalf of Zach Kleiman, Taylor Jenkins, and all of us here with the Grizzlies, we are thrilled to have you here. And one thing that you probably saw last night on social media, if you embrace Memphis, Memphis will embrace you back. And I know that you will, because what Zach has done here, and it's been a tradition in Memphis, we bring in guys that have great basketball talent, but also very, very high character. And we know that you fit that bill. So we're very happy to have you here. And with that, we'll open it up to questions.
If you have a question, just please raise your hand and then wait for the microphone and state your name and affiliation.
Ziaire, Drew Hill with the Daily Memphian. When you think about last night and waiting until that, number 10 pick and finally hearing your name called, what will you remember, and what will you remember about your journey that led up to that point, and maybe some of the challenges that you had to face to, eventually become an NBA player?
Right. So it was a lot of different emotions, happy, anxious, a little nervous. Me and Joe and my family, we're talking the whole time on different possibilities and outcomes. But, throughout the whole process, I was just trying to stay calm, just keep my trust in God. I know He has a plan for me. And, I'm just trying to control what I can. I worked so hard in the off season, working on my body, my mental, my physical, everything. So it prepared me well enough for the workouts. And I'm super excited to be a Memphis Grizzly. This is where I wanted to be. I kept that a secret because I didn't want to mess it up. But this is honestly, truthfully, my family will tell you, Tayshawn, man, the whole Zach, everyone, like, this is really where I wanted to be. So words can't express just how excited and blessed I am to be a part of this organization.
Ziaire, Cassie Carlson from Action News 5, NBC affiliate in Memphis. You just said it's where you wanted to be. Why is that?
I feel like it's the perfect fit for me. Just a great young front office, coaching staff, players. And, I just felt the love since day one. I felt, when I watched games, I feel like I could be that big wing that the team needs, for both offensively and defensively, just providing that versatility and just being an extra threat. So I'm excited to, be a part of this organization and work with the staff, the coaches, the the physical trainers, everyone, man. I'm super just honored to be here.
As we get to know you, what makes Ziaire Ziaire?
Man, just just my humility, my personality. I'm really just down to earth, but always just trying to improve on, everything, trying to learn. I'm really big on just meeting new people, just soaking in knowledge like a sponge, honestly, So I'm so excited to learn from the vets here, learn from the coaches and just, really take advantage of my rookie year to, try to push myself as far as possible ahead.
Because of the pandemic last year, you really lived like a nomad. You didn't really have a home. What does it feel like to finally have a place you can call home, and what are your expectations for the city of Memphis?
Man, it feels like just the whole just relief of the world is just off my shoulder, no doubt, man. It was definitely a tough year, just being just everywhere, not knowing if you're going to be able to play your next game and where we're going to be. But like I said, man, I'm just super excited to be here. It's this is a dream come true. So my family, they're excited. It's so good. They sacrificed the world for me. So just to have them sitting right here and just, watching me do this conference, like it's still like I'm still trying to just soak all this in, man. Honestly, it's so surreal, for real. So, thank you to my mom and dad, man. For real, I wouldn't have done this without you guys. So they deserve a little round of applause, man. For real.
Evan Barnes with the Memphis Commercial Appeal. You mentioned Tayshaun Prince and just kind of what the pre-draft process was like. As you were going through it, just kind of what exactly did you like about the process? And as you got sold more on the Grizzlies, what made you decide, hey, this is where I want to be?
So the process, thing I loved about it most was just, just seeing myself getting better every day, getting stronger. My jumper was feeling more crisp. My handle was feeling tighter. Me and Joe, we worked in Impact in Vegas for 6 hours a day, 2 lifts, 2 shooting workouts, the physical therapy, eating almost 5,000 calories a day. I really kind of took myself to another level that I didn't know I could tap into. So, and I know as I continue to improve and develop, I will continue to elevate and be pushed. So just the whole, really just everything, man. Just having a chance to just work on my skills and then perform in the workouts. It's been super fun.
This is for both Ziaire and Taylor. Zach talked last night about how this will be a long-term process getting you to your ceiling and your maximum potential. Where's your mindset coming in, and what do you think about when you hear him say, we're in it for the long haul to get you eventually to your max?
Right. So from J1, or you want to go first, or me?
You're on a roll right
Okay.
now. Kick off.
For me, man, I'm just 100% bought in. I'm not coming in expecting anything. I'm not coming in thinking I've earned anything. I'm just want to come in and just work from day one, learn from, Coach and Zach and all the players, and just work my hardest every day. Whatever comes out of it will happen. I know they have a great plan for me now and for me developing into the player I know I can become. So I'm just trusting the process. Trusting the process they have for me, and I'm just bought into the program and organization.
Yeah, Drew, I would say everything that Ziaire said, honestly. I mean, when we got to know him, things that jumped out were obviously the person he was, his love for basketball, his love for truly getting better every single day. I mean, you obviously hear him in his own words talk about what he's been doing this summer, but he's been doing this his whole career. And as we outlined to him what our beliefs are for him as a player and a member of our organization, he had a big smile on his face. He understood that he can be a big part of what we're doing here. Obviously his expectations are for a long career. In his own words, he was telling us, I want to be a contributor on a winning team for a really long time and win championships. So, he knows we're going to push him. He's in his own words told me, Coach, I want you to push me. I'm going to give you everything I got. But he understands day one, he's going to come in here. And as he said, learn from, all of his teammates, everyone in this organization, because he's going to be a key contributor next year, moving forward, year after year after year. And the sky's the limit for him. And that's our belief in him and our understanding. And the fact that he's, echoing that as well is going to be really exciting to start, lacing him up.
Ziaire, Parker Fleming with Grizzly Bear Blues. Well, for one, welcome to Memphis. And two, just throughout this draft process, was there anybody that you watched film on to try to model your game after at the next level?
Yeah, man, definitely a lot of players. Growing up, I've always loved Kevin Durant. Just he was the prototype tall, lanky wing. He gave me motivation and confidence when I was hearing people saying I was too skinny and whatnot. So I love, Jason Tatum. I love John Morant. I watch him all the time. Dylan Brooks. I just love the game of basketball. I love watching basketball. So there's not necessarily one specific player I watch. I just try to watch everyone, and just if I see a cool move or a move I think would be effective for me, I'll try to emulate it and kind of steal it from them and put it in my bag.
On Zoom, we'll go to Terry Davis.
How you doing, Coach? And how you doing, Ziaire? Can you hear me? Hello, can you hear me?
1 second, Terry.
Okay.
Ziaire, kind of on a fun note, at Sierra Canyon, you obviously played with so many great talented players. You obviously played with Bronny James. So for two things, one, how much is that going to kind of help you come to a team with guys established like Ja, Jaren, Dylan, as you mentioned, and also from playing with Bronny to possibly playing against LeBron, how does that kind of blow your mind a little bit yet?
So, I mean, it was definitely a great experience for sure. Just with all the, the publicity we got and, the sold out crowds we played in, I think and all the traveling we did, I feel like that really helped me prepare for the next level. And, playing with Bronny and Z Wade, those are like my brothers. I really don't even look at them, as like, these kind of like stars or icons. Even, like Uncle Bron and Uncle D Wade, I talk to him all the time, especially Dwayne, man. He literally just reached out to me last night, just congratulating. They've been super supportive since day one, So when I first met them, of course, I was like almost like starstruck, but they don't even, the moment you meet them, man, you don't even really, you forget honestly who they are just because they're so down to earth and, so humble and so just laid back. Oh man, that's gonna be a crazy night, man, for real. Yeah, that's crazy. That really just hit me right now. I'm really gonna play LeBron. That's crazy. Yeah, that's gonna be a fun experience, man. I'm just trying to soak all this in. I know I'm less than 1% of the world of people who want to do this, so I'm really just blessed and honored. I'm gonna take full advantage of the opportunity.
Back here, Samaria Terry, WREG News Channel 3 here in Memphis. A lot of your new teammates had great things to say about you on social media last night. Ja, Desmond, have you talked to any of them, and how have they welcomed you to the organization?
Yeah, so a lot of the guys have reached out to me on Twitter, Instagram, on my phone, text me. I felt the love, from all the coaching staff, the front office. Literally I've felt the love since day one, since the first time I walked in here for my workout. So I can't wait to meet them in person. I know they're all just super, just young, dope souls, all they love each other, they care for each other, and they're going to push each other, to be better. So, and that's what I want, and I love that we're a playoff caliber team. And I really feel like, with the hunger and the grit that they have, it's only going to make me become a better player, not only for myself, but more importantly for the whole organization.
Zach, I wanted to ask about Santi real quick. His pre-draft process was a little bit different than other players. So how did you eventually land on him? And do you have any sort of plans for him for the future as far as summer league or, potentially staying overseas?
So first and foremost, just want to chime in. Thrilled to have Ziaire here. Want to welcome him, his family to Memphis here. A really, really exciting day for the organization. So, we discussed it a little bit last night, but with Ziaire here as well, just to acknowledge, Ziaire is someone who we, dating back a very long time, we had conversations at the beginning of the season within the front office of, my God, if there's some way that we can wind up with Ziaire, we're highly unlikely to be in a place in the draft. This was our conversations early in the season, knowing that we wanted to continue to improve as a team, to be able to pick Ziaire, to be able to bring him into this organization. So for us to, have fast forwarded to now working through the pre-draft process, for me, more than anything, the critical part of that is just understanding the human being, spending time together. Ziaire coming into Memphis, breaking bread, having a meal together and really just kind of getting to know the individual was terrific after everything we've been hearing about him for so long. And, the amount of excitement that we had about the potential fit. So we'll turn to Santi in just a second. But first, again, just wanted to acknowledge how excited we are to have Ziaire here in Memphis. Santi, very excited to be, bringing into the program here as well. Santi, 6'11", incredibly skilled, processes the game at I think a really unique level. You don't find 6'11" guys who can pass, dribble, shoot, and defend. Just like we talk about, wings who, have this kind of size and mobility and athleticism. But the more skill you can have relative to size, I mean, it's something that we've, really think translates at a meaningful level, kind of projecting out. And Santi's someone we're really excited to bring into the program. As to, the pre-draft process, like everyone else, Santi didn't work out for teams. We did a lot of, kind of background, diligence on him, felt like we understood, enough about the person, and went back, watching from the U18 film to what he was able to do at Loyola. And he's someone who we're very excited to be bringing into the program here as well.
This question is for Taylor. So Zach's described Ziaire as a playmaker and shot maker with size. And over the past 2 years, you've really stressed the importance of having as much playmaking on the floor as possible. How excited are you to be able to utilize Ziaire in different ways to just put him in those growth opportunities, as you said?
Yeah, I mean, I would say number one, outside of a playmaker, Zaire's an ultimate competitor. Watching the film, getting to know him, the questions he asked, during the pre-draft process, there's a competitive nature to him. That's, only going to grow and come out even more as you guys get to see him on the floor. But, we've said for a number of years, getting more playmakers out here on top of the competitiveness is really important to us. His versatility on the offensive end and defensive end is only going to grow. And that's what we're going to push as we build our player development program for him. He's got unique skills. I think what we saw at the college level, high school level, there's so much that's going to grow in his game. So many things that we know he can already do at a high level in areas that are untapped. So I know he's spoken about that, what he's worked on, this summer, but what he's excited about challenge himself with his game. But, there's not one set position for him. There's not one set role for him. I know that he's going to go out there and make an impact on winning. That's the number one thing, that he loves to compete. He loves being unselfish. He loves playing at a high level. That's what really drew us to him, throughout the entire process. And as Zach and his entire team did, and they gave me names of guys that we were looking at, for the draft, he was at the top of the list in terms of a guy that we knew over the years as he's going to grow with so much unique skills. Obviously, his size jumps out, his shooting jumps out, but he's got untapped playmaking ability, defensive versatility. That just excites me as I've kind of looked at our depth chart and what this might look like. Who's he going to play with? The sky's the limit. And what I'm really excited about is getting him into our summer program, get him through our preseason training camp program. And as long as he's attacking it at the level that we know he can do, we're going to see that he's going to be able to impact in a lot of different roles for us, moving forward.
I've got a Zoom question for you from Terry Davis, and he has a question for you, Coach Jenkins. I know Ziaire has great potential as a two-way player. What can Grizzlies fans expect from him?
I mean, he's going to help us win. Our ultimate goal is to win championships here and have, sustained success, as we've said since day one. He fits that mold. And as Zach said, y'all are going to see a player that's going to have unique abilities, going to impact winning at a really high level. But as y'all get to know him, Pete said it beautifully, Memphis embraces him. He's so excited to make this his new home. He talked about the excitement about being here in Memphis. So for our fans, they're going to stand, that they're going to have a great player, but a great person. He's making a tremendous impact. And he's got this unique ability to help people around him get better. We've spoken so highly, obviously, about how his parents have made an impact on him. The teammates and players and coaches that he's worked with over his career. We know he's going to have a unique ability to help all of us get better. So that's what excites us, because as we brought, a lot of players and people into this organization, that's what we strive for. And he's only going to accelerate that for us.
Ziaire, we have a question from Keith Parrish with Fast Break Breakfast. Why did you choose number 8?
So I had a limited amount of options. I've always worn number 1 or 3. But 8 was an option because, for one, the first time I saw 8, I automatically thought of Kobe. I kind of want to attack this like a mama mentality. Like I feel if I'm gonna wear his number, I better represent him the right way. So that was really a big reason why. Growing up in LA, Kobe, he was our icon, a legend. So. It's really his tribute, honestly. That was the reason why.
Next, we're going to go to Isaac Simpson, and he wants to know, what are you most looking forward to on your journey in the NBA, and what have you heard about Memphis?
Man, what am I most looking forward to? Like just my first year or just everything or man, I don't mean, I'm just so excited just to learn and just grow and develop, I know I'm so young, I got 19 and I have so many things to improve on and I know I could get there, and I know with a great established organization like the Grizzlies, they're only going to help me not only get there, but probably even exceed the limits I think I could reach. So I'm just super excited just to be a part of the organization, a winning, team, and just take it day by day. Living in a moment, not being too high, not getting too low. Not all the shots are going to fall. But I'm just trying to just stay level-headed, and just keep that work mentality every day.
I've got one more for you from Sean Coleman. He first off says, "Welcome to Memphis." And he wanted to know, how excited are you to work with Coach Jenkins, knowing the ability he has to develop players' offensive games, especially with their shooting approach?
Man, extremely excited. Super duper excited, man. I just want to just learn and grow. Like, iron sharpens iron. I want to make him, push me, and I'm gonna try to push. Oh wait, hold on.
I
Let me
told
think
you,
about
I
this.
push you, you push
Yeah,
me.
yeah, there we go. There we go.
go.
Goes both ways, and I'm so excited. Just, the assistant coaches, even when I was working out, it was a great staff helping me out in my workout. We had great drills, we were working out a high tempo, but more importantly, it was just great energy, they were super uplifting, charismatic, as soon as I walked in, they all were just put an immediate smile on my face. When you play the game every day, you want to have fun with it. So you don't want to make it feel like it's just it's not supposed to feel like a job, it's supposed to feel like something you'd love to do every day. And that's what I feel when I was in this building. So I'm just super excited just to learn from you, coach, and just see where the future takes us.
Any final questions? Last one, Evan?
Zaire, looking ahead now to Summer League, kind of how excited are you to just kind of, get back and play ball again? Obviously, with everything we discussed as far as last year went, how excited are you to get out there and just hoop again?
Man, super duper excited. I'm extremely excited, man. I haven't played, hopefully there's fans. I haven't played in front of fans since my state championship game in high school, So I'm just super excited. Just, I've been working so hard this off season, man. And I'm just really just thankful for the opportunity, and I'm just excited to start fresh, start new, play with the guys, and just learn and just grow. And it's gonna be a special team, man. I'm just thankful. I'm blessed, man. I'm blessed.
Zach Kleiman, thank you. Taylor Jenkins, thank you. Ziaire, welcome to Memphis. And we talked about the number 8 jersey. So without further ado, here it is.
All right. Can we get one of Zaire by himself with the jersey?
This is slick, man. I like this.
All right. Thank you, everyone.
Appreciate it.
Thanks, everyone. Appreciate it.